Hello, Aries, and welcome to your messages from the ancestors 4. There's a few others, 1, 2, and 3 messages from ancestors that we've done, and they're timeless. So we're going to go ahead and see what the ancestors have to say for you, what their advice is, what they want you to know. I will put the other links to the Aries messages from their ancestors 1, 2, and 3. You should probably watch those also, no particular order, and if you've already watched them, you may want to rewatch them. So with that being said, Aries, again, these are timeless readings. Let me get that further out of the way there. These are timeless readings from your ancestors. Let's see what they have to say for you, Aries. So, ancestors of Aries, what is the message? What is it that Aries needs to know? What is it that Aries needs to know, please? Show us clearly, ancestors. What does Aries need to know? What is the message you need for Aries to hear? Ancestors of Aries, what is the message, please? Show us clearly. What is the message? What is the message? Show us clearly, please. Thank you. All right, let's see what we have here. Ooh, wow. Wow, guys, you have the Holy Mountain. Okay, this is such a beautiful message. Talking about, your ancestors are talking about your gifts, your spirituality, your abilities to hone into peace, to love, to higher vibrations. They're telling you now is that shift that needs to be made. So where things have felt dark, maybe you've worked on some of your shadow self, it's time to come back and step into the light. It's time for you to raise your vibration even higher than you've ever imagined. Now is the time for you to take up spiritual practices that, you know, is going to be different for all of you. Maybe it's something your ancestors did. Maybe it's something completely different. Maybe you take up yoga. Sorry, guys, my camera cut out. I'm still working with this whole situation. It has a tendency to cut out quite a bit. I'll have to figure that out. However, as I was saying, taking up maybe yoga, maybe a new type of meditation, maybe you start hiking, maybe you get more in nature. But again, maybe you get into some sort of divination. But what they're really trying to tell you is that no matter what this is, you're elevating yourself. The holy mountain, right? You're going up the mountain. You're seeking more spirituality. You're seeking more higher vibration, happiness, laughter, joy, bliss. And they're saying, yes, by all means, let's go forth with that. Let's move on with that. Some of you may have seen something as of recently that really sparks your interest and you want to learn more about it. And they're saying, yeah, go for it. Let's get a little bit more spiritual here. Now, does that mean that we have to, you know, give up on our material things or our material life? Absolutely not. Okay. It just means that we want to be in a spiritual place so that we can bring things into our reality. Okay. So I'm loving this for you, Aries. Absolutely loving that. That's a beautiful message. All right, let's see what else we have here in the tarot. So, ancestors, what is the message here? Ancestors, what is the message? What is the message for Aries? Ancestors, what is the message for Aries? What is the message for Aries, please? Show us clearly. What is the message for Aries? Show us clearly, please. What is it that Aries needs to know? Ancestors, thank you. First card out, wow, the Lovers, guys. This is beautiful because this is not just them talking about, you know, a romantic type of relationship. It can be, but what I'm getting from them more is it's time to, one, get in that higher vibration of love, be love, give love, do everything out of love. You know, don't let the lower vibrations take over, all right? The fear, the anxiety, the worry. The Lovers card here is also about choices. And if you look, you have these 3 birds here, okay? There's not just 2 birds here. There's actually 3 birds here. And I feel like it's making a choice just from what I'm feeling from the card, it's, and the Lover's card is about making a choice, is making a choice not to go into conflict and not to be in those lower vibrations. The world has been very chaotic in 2020, and we can choose to participate in that chaos, or we can choose to just be the light. And I feel like this is more, they're telling you, choose to be the light. If you want to protest about something, great, do it peacefully, all right? Or don't engage in any of it at all, because honestly, you don't want to fuel those fires of negativity. And I feel like this is not just for you in your life. I mean, how you are really, really you become a light for others, right? Even just by your being calm, you're being peaceful, you're being in bliss, and not letting the outside world affect you. Yes, you can recognize what's going on, but you can choose to either participate in it or not. So I really feel like this is saying, don't participate in low vibrational experiences, if you will, low vibrational feelings. Like, just don't do that. And that could be with the whole world. Maybe stop watching the news, as it can be poison. This might be choosing love over fear in other relationships, right? With family, choosing not to bicker, choosing not to fight. And I love this because it really is a very positive card for you. And it's saying to your ancestors, saying, Aries, you are perfectly wonderful to stay in that higher vibrational state of love, of peace, of joy. So I feel like that's what they're telling you, is like, don't fall into the abyss of negativity, because there's plenty of it out there. And if you have to distance yourself from certain people, certain situations, do so. It's not about being neutral, as it is and it isn't. They're like correcting me. It's about being neutral in the sense of, you don't have to change anybody, okay? You don't have to try to change anybody and say, well, this is, you're in a place of hate and fear and anxiety and you need to be over here, right? That's not what they're saying. But they are saying for you to be in that space. And when you're in that vibration, you help others rise, okay? You help others rise. So let's get some more. Ancestors, what is the message, please, here? And that's major arcana. So that's really like, they're really wanting you to live in a state of love. Show us more, please. Show us more for Aries, please. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Those came flying out. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, my goodness, Aries. I love it when you show up in your own reading. You have the Emperor. Yes. Be the authoritative figure of your own life. Don't let others influence you. And I wouldn't say at all, because there are good influences. Watch positive things. Watch comedies. Be around positive people, right? But know that you are the authority of your own life. And you can choose. Yes, you choose to live the life that you want, in the feelings that you want, in the thoughts that you have. And this creates a very successful life for you, okay? It creates that energy of power. And when we hear power, I don't know why people always go to the negative, okay? There's plenty of people with a lot of power that use it for good, all right? So it is about power. It's about the good use of power. I always say the Emperor kind of gets a bad rap sometimes, but really the Emperor is making decisions to have the best for his empire, right? For his community, for his family. So go ahead and be in your power, but choose to be in it, in that love, bliss, happiness. Decide not to watch the news or the negative energy. Decide not to, get in conflict with people, right? Sometimes there's no winner in an argument, so why are we doing it, right? You're just making really good choices. And they want you to continue to make those good choices, to be the authority figure in your own life. So 2 major arcana, big messages for you. And what came out with it, very interesting, is the Chariot in reverse. And all I heard the whole time when that card came out and I looked down at it was, slow down. Okay, all I'm hearing is slow down. Your success is there. Your success will still continue to be there. You will be very successful in life. Look at all this major arcana. But they're really saying we don't have to move that fast. There's no such thing as time. So Aries, you're supposed to slow down, have some enjoyment. If you are working hard to provide, the home, the clothes, the food, that's great. But don't forget to slow down, watch that comedy, get out in nature, go for the hike, smell the roses. Because what I'm hearing from them is they're just saying, no such thing as time. Let's enjoy. Okay, so it doesn't matter what ethnic background your ancestors are. They all had the parties, right? They all had the enjoyment. They all had the feasts, right? And they're just saying, take the time to enjoy, okay? Everything happens in divine timing. You're doing well. You're going to continue to do well. You're making good decisions. They see that. They're giving you this advice here, right? Of just being that higher vibration. Sometimes if we're working too hard, workaholics, right? They make, movies about it all the time. How we stop appreciating the things that we have right here and now. So take a break, right? Make sure to schedule time for you, schedule time for your loved ones, schedule time for your family, your friends, right? Make sure that you're doing that also, okay? Let's go ahead and, I almost dropped the deck. Let's go ahead and get some more advice here. Ancestors, what is it that you want Aries to know? Ancestors, what is it that you want Aries to know? Show us clearly. Ancestors, what do you want Aries to know, please? Show us clearly. Show us clearly, please. Ancestors, what is it that we want Aries to know? What is it that you need Aries to know, please? Show us clearly. There we go. Yeah, see? It's so funny because we were just talking about taking that time out. And you have the self-focus, okay? They're not talking about not focusing on others in your life. They're saying focus on you, focus on your love for self, make sure you're staying balanced, right? Don't focus too much on work, right? Bring balance in, okay? Be focused on what makes you happy. Be focused on your spirituality. Be focused on keeping that vibe nice and high, right? Very much the heart chakra here with the green and the pink. So, if you're feeling heavy in your heart chakra, do the meditations, listen to affirmations, get the Reiki. If you feel like it's a little heavy, do that work, get out in nature, right? But really focus on love of self, focus on what your needs are. And I just hear balance, like slow down and balance. Slow down and balance. Okay? That's important. That's really, really important. All right. Tell us more, please. What does Aries need to know? Show us clearly, please. What does Aries need to know? What does Aries need to know, please? All right. Let's see what we have here. All right. So you have, see, you've got work, right? You literally have the card of work. This is the Three of Pentacles, okay, in the Standard Tarot. You have people working with you, whether you know it or not, okay? So sometimes we've got to flip over because we've done the work we need to do, and then we need to let our angels, guides, and ancestors do their work, and they will bring in our abundance, whatever we're trying to co-create with them, okay? So I really see here that you really, really just need to slow it down a little bit. Don't try to make things happen in the way like it's got to be on this timeline. I can't spend time with you. I see a lot of you telling you no to your family or friends like I can't, I'm too busy. And I get that. I do it too often, right? But don't say no, right? Don't say no to the child who wants to go out in the yard and fly, a kite or play catch with you. Don't say no to your lover, your spouse that says, hey, I want to have, 10 minutes of your time just to say I love you or have that cup of coffee with you. Don't say no to the friend who wants to go out for a drink. Again, don't say no to yourself. Like, I would really love to take a bath, but I don't have time. Say yes, okay? That's what I'm hearing. Say yes, okay? You got to balance that out because what you have out that came with it is, this conflict here. And I'm really feeling like this is, it's that inner conflict mostly. Okay. It's that, oh, I want to do that, but I can't. I've got so much on my plate, my workload. This is a card of worry too. And I just really think that you need to, I hate to say this because I actually don't like this, but you need to reprioritize. And I'm always saying when that comes up, it's like, well, who are you to tell me what I need to prioritize, right? So I don't like when people say that to me. But it's kind of like your angels, guides, and ancestors here are kind of pushing this a little bit, especially the ancestors, since it's a message for them. They're like, you got too much conflict going on, too much worry, too much stress. You got to give yourself that break, okay? Really feeling like you got to give yourself the break. You're still going to have victory, okay? Don't worry about the time. Make good choices here. Stay right. Remember we said stay away from conflict here. Stay away from the negative. Stay away from the news. If your, significant other wants to stop and just have a cup of tea or coffee or wine with you, by all means, say yes, okay? Instead of saying no and then somebody's feelings get hurt and then there's conflict. I mean, this goes so many ways, guys. It's about really making those good choices. And I think that you will, because remember, this is about advice, right? This is not telling your future. This is advice from your ancestors. Be more on your spiritual side. Be a little bit more on your dreamy side. Spend some time with family, friends, with yourself, right? That self-focus. And the work will still be there tomorrow, right? And sometimes, again, we try to do all the work. We try to not only do the work we need to do here, but we try to do what the job of our angels, guides, and ancestors and the divine is. Don't try to do their job. You don't worry about the how it's going to come in. You just do the work. And part of the work is the balance that you need to have in your life. Okay? The work-life balance. So, there we go. Let's see what else we have here. Ancestors of Aries, tell me more, please. Ancestors of Aries, tell me more. Ancestors of Aries, tell me more, please. What does Aries need to know? Thank you. Yeah, you got the new moon. Promise. Make a promise to yourself that you will spend more time on the holy mountain, right? You will spend more time in your spiritual being. You will spend more time outdoors. You will spend a little bit more time taking care of yourself, being and enjoying family. Go watch a comedy, right? Don't watch the drama, right? Watch something uplifting. Just make that promise to yourself, okay? Because wonderful things will come in once you do that, okay? Once you promise. Make yourself a contract. I just saw some of you writing like a contract to yourself. If you need to do that and put it on paper, do it. Like I will take X amount of time for myself each day, each week, each month, whatever it might be. All right, tell us more, please. Ancestors, tell us more for Aries. Tell us more for Aries, please. Show us clearly. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Look at this. You got to let that worry go. Okay? You've got to let that worry go. I mean, you just do. You got to let that worry go, okay? They're telling me, and I'm going to move this camera back just a little bit, guys. They're telling me, hey, you don't need to worry. You don't need to push so hard, right? You don't need to do any of that. We've got your back. You balance out yourself in your spiritual and your physical world, and things are going to be much better for you, okay? So make that promise to yourself. This energy of worry does no good, right? That's the what if. That is the how, the what if this happens, and how is that going to happen, and how is this going to come in, and you got to get out of that energy, all right? Because that's not your job, all right? That's not your job. So I love this message. I really do. Let's get some more. Tell us more, please. Tell us more. Make that promise to yourself, because success is going to come. But you need right now is the success of your personal life, of your spirituality, of your family, right? That's what you need. All right. Yes. Because you need this. Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted. What did I say about getting out into nature? Your success will come. I feel like you're just, you're Aries. You do this. You will work yourself to the bone. And then when everything gives out, you're kind of wondering why. Because you worked yourself to the bone. And I will be very honest. I might be a little biased. I'm married to an Aries, and he does this quite often. Okay? And he does forget to take the time to give himself, a little time to himself. He does forget to, if I ask him for 10 minutes of his time, sometimes I get the shrug or the eye roll or, like it's a pain in his ass, right? Don't do that, Aries. So, yeah, just know that you need to feel loved and comforted. Mother Earth has you. Get out in nature, spend time. Again, it's about that balance, guys. It truly is. Because you also have the High Priestess, which, again, doesn't matter gender here. It's the energy. Harness mystic power. You cannot harness mystic power if you are way too much in that 3D, right? You got to go to the holy mountain, my friends. You got to go to the holy mountain. Whatever that is for you, go there. Because once you take that break, and it's like, I'm hearing like writer's block, right? If you have a writer's block, you don't sit at the typewriter or the computer, right? You get up and you do other things, because then when you're out in nature walking or doing other things, your mind is off of it, and then boom, the ideas come in. So same kind of thing here. You cannot harness your mystic power if you are too much in the 3D, okay? So by taking these breaks, if you will, by doing that self-focus, by spending time with family, by doing all of these things, making that time, all of a sudden you're going to see how the spiritual side can help you bring and materialize, okay? You're going to see it, because you have this black cat here, and that is a symbol of good luck. So absolutely know that if you take a break, that's when the answers are actually going to come. That's when you're going to actually see tangible things that you're working on come into fruition. So very powerful message. Let's get some more here. And I see I keep saying angels, but it's ancestors. Ancestors. What is the message for Aries here? What is the message for Aries, please? Show us clearly. What is the message for Aries? Show us clearly. What is the message for Aries, please? Thank you. Oh, see, I love this. I love and accept myself as I am, and everything in my life works. If that doesn't speak volumes to you, I don't know how else to explain it from your ancestors. I love self-focus and accept myself as I am, and everything in my life is going to work. Everything in my life works. Listen, take the advice from Spirit, make the promise to yourself to change a few things, to be more into your spiritual side, to make sure you're taking time out for yourself, okay? Do that, and you will see how everything will work. Everything will work out. So I think this is a beautiful message, Aries. I want to thank you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't. If you're looking for a personal reading, all the information is in the description box below. If you're looking for Reiki, that information is also in the description box below. And I just want to say all of my love to you.